verse on the Jester for Jesus website for today is from Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6, just the beginning part of that verse. And it says this: I, the Lord, do not change. Now, yesterday's verse from Romans 10:12 said, the same Lord is Lord of all and richly blesses all who call on him. That's New Testament. But this verse is, I, the Lord, do not change. People have said, well, the God of the Old Testament, the Lord, the God of the Old Testament, is different to the God of the New Testament because of the way things work out and stuff. But no, absolutely not. God is God in the Old Testament. It's the same God is in the New Testament. One thing is the New Testament really focuses on God's Son, who is Jesus, of course. And the Lord does not change. It doesn't change. What we have in the Old Testament is as relevant now as it ever has been. The stuff that goes on in the Old Testament is as relevant because it sets us up for the New Testament. We cannot be just, oh, we've got the New Testament, we forget the Old, we've got the New Testament, and we're going to stick just with the New Testament. No, you can't be a New Testament Christian. You either accept the whole Bible or you accept none of it, basically, because the law doesn't change. So why should we change because we've got an Old Testament and a New Testament? Because of what the law that is portrayed in the Old Testament and then what appears in the New Testament under Jesus, people thought it was different. No. If something says it in law in the Old Testament, it's just as relevant in the New Testament as it is when it was written originally. Because the Lord doesn't change. He still wants us to worship him. He still wants us to praise him. He still wants us to be obedient to him and to do all the things that he has commanded us to do and not to do the things he said to us not to do. And that's the important thing. We can't wishy-washy water it down. Absolutely no way. He says here at the end of the Old Testament, I, the Lord, do not change. And he doesn't change. From generation to generation, he doesn't change. And there's a thought to take us into the beginning of this new week. Have a good day today.